It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
Just a little bit ago, Jack Smith, the special counsel, asking to appeal the court, going to the appeals court to reverse the judge's dismissal of the Trump classified document case. He wants to bring that Florida case back in against Trump because the election's right around the
Judge,
corner.
how many times has he been overturned?
Andy, hasn't he been overturned like 90% of cases?
Yeah, let's go to Andy McCarthy, of course, former assistant U.S. attorney. Andy.
Well, let's put it this way. He lost, was it 9-0? I think he lost 9-0.
He always loses 9-0, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't know how many times he's been up to the Supreme Court, but that was the most important case of his life, of course, the McDonald case, and he went down in flames. But, I think, quickly, I know we're running out of time, but this is really posturing because they could get the Florida case up and running in 5 minutes. All they would need to do is transfer Smith and his staff under the supervision of the Biden-appointed U.S. attorney in South Florida. And then the appointments clause issue goes away, which is how how that case
That's exactly right, Andy.
Was
Absolutely
reversed. Right. So, Garland is just being very stubborn here, as is Smith. But I think Judge Cannon is right on this. And in any event, the appeal means the case won't be decided for months, which means by the time it would come up, if this continues to get pursued, we're going to have a new president one way or the other.
Andy, let me ask you this question. The Hunter Biden tax trial is coming up. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm stunned that it hasn't been resolved by a plea yet, and I still think that'll happen. I know that Biden is no longer the candidate, but it seems to me it would be humiliating for the White House and derivatively for the Harris-Walz ticket to have 4 or 5 weeks of airtime for the Biden family influence peddling scheme in the run-up to the election. I think that would be exactly the opposite of what they want. So I imagine there's a great deal of pressure right now on Hunter Biden to, do the right thing for the team and plead guilty, since he's going to be pardoned anyway. As soon as the election's over, they're going to pardon him. So the last thing I think they want is that debacle.
Explain why, Andy, because obviously with all the statute and all the things that lapsed, explain why it would be kind of embarrassing, very embarrassing.
Well, there's no way of getting around, Rita, the fact that Hunter is on trial for not paying his fair share of the taxes that he made by monetizing his father's political influence. And the prosecutors have been very clear that they want to make a big issue not only of that, but of the fact that, he acted as basically a foreign agent of a number of corrupt and anti-American agents or agents of regimes that are corrupt and anti-American. That's going to be very bad for Biden, for his legacy, and it can't help the Democrats in their presidential ticket. I would think that when they're trying to make the case against Trump, and their whole campaign is about making Trump the issue as if he were the incumbent in the race, which is crazy. But they're going to have a hard time doing that if you have a Hunter Biden trial going on for 4 or 5 weeks. Either the media can't completely not cover that; it's going to be covered.
Yeah, although he didn't get charged with the with FARA, with the foreign influence. I mean, that's the other thing too. Is interesting. Those things lapsed.
Yeah, they lapsed because the Biden-appointed special counsel, Weiss, basically protected the president along with Garland and let the statute of limitations run on the most serious behavior that happened while Joe Biden was vice president. But the fact that those counts aren't there, Rita, doesn't mean the evidence is inadmissible at the trial. It just means there won't be any FARA counts as there should be.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. It doesn't mean that the dirty laundry isn't going to come out. Now, you believe also that there will be a pardon in some form for Hunter, right?
As much as I believe tomorrow is Tuesday.
Do you agree, Pete? I agree. It's coming in some form.
I've learned never to disagree with Andy McCarthy. He knows everything inside out and is not afraid to talk about it. So thanks for all your great work, Andy.
Oh, wait, you disagreed with us earlier in the show, but not with Andy.
Not with Andy. I never disagree with Andy.
Reed, it's one thing. We never disagree with Andy.
Smart thinking.
I have to get out of here while the getting is good.
Good thinking. Andy, thank you very much.
Andy.
We love having you on, Andy. Thank you.
Have a great night.
Thanks,
You
Andy.
too. You too.